Hi everybody, this is Jo from Cariad and I'm here with your new moon messages. So this month it's the new moon in Libra. I've done things a little bit differently this time. My Arcturian family, so my star family, have been working with me today to ask me to do things in a different way. So I've already pulled some cards and I've got a deck waiting here as well. So I'm going to start with the cards that I've already picked. Those are from this deck, Angel Dreams Oracle card by Doreen and Melissa Virtue. First card we have is Nettle, Boundaries and Caution. That green is the green from my Arcturian family. So I think there's a little message in that there. If green resonates with you, take that. The second card that came out was Sun. And then the last one, Unicorn. And so the Nettles card, keywords are boundaries and caution. The message that I'm picking up with this is that we've been stung in some way. This might have already happened, or this might be about to happen this month. And this isn't to scare anybody. This is a knowledge is power kind of message. So when you know, when you're expecting things, then it's easier for you to handle it at the time. So if this hasn't happened yet, it's not a doomsday prophecy or anything like that. It's just a little bit of forewarning. So boundaries and caution. There may be somebody who steps over your boundaries. There may be something which happens which makes you do a double take, is what I'm feeling. So it might be that you thought things were one way and then something happens which is that little sting which makes you think, oh, maybe I've got that wrong. And with the energies being so high, things can change really quickly. Our awareness can expand really quickly as well, and it's like something we weren't aware of suddenly comes to light, and that's where this card comes in. Sun, illumination, growth, God energy. So the sun is illumination, and it also gives us the power and the strength to take action. And so whatever it is that stings us, wherever we are cautioned, wherever we become aware of something that we weren't aware of before, this is suggesting to me that we need to take some action on it. Perhaps a change in direction, perhaps there's something that needs to be renegotiated, cut out, but we need to make sure that we're doing so from a place of intuition rather than a place of fear. Because the Nettle card can speak of fear sometimes, and so we're not to act from fear. That will always send us in the wrong direction. We need to act from the God energy, which is our intuition. Our intuition is our connection with our soul, with the universe, with spirit, and so it will always see us right. And so when we make decisions from that energy, we're heading in the right direction, and that's what we need to do. Speaking of intuition, that's a message that's come up so much over recent readings, and so much so that I've decided to make it the theme of my channeled healing meditation, which is on Tuesday. So that's for my Cariad community members, and there's still time for you to join, so check out the link in the description if you are interested in doing that. And then our third card here, Unicorn, innocence, trust, honesty. So we are being called to trust our intuition, to trust even if it doesn't make any sense. The unicorn there, you can see, has that unicorn horn which comes really far out of their forehead there, which represents for me the third eye being really strong like an antenna which picks up all the information that we need. The more we trust our intuition, the stronger it gets, and so also the stronger it gets, the more we're challenged to trust it, because it can seem perhaps even more and more illogical what our intuition is telling us, but this reality doesn't work on that logical energy. It works on the miraculous energy, which is what the universe the universe works with as well. And so we may need to change our course of action this month. We may be stung a little to get our attention, and that's when we need to use our intuition. Is this fear, or is this my intuition trying to get my attention? And the trick is being able to figure out the difference, which is why I've made it the topic for the next healing meditation. And so when we have chosen from that intuitive energy, then it's time to take action and trust in that action. So we always use our intuition to inform our actions, to make a logical plan. Okay, so I have my Dragon Oracle deck. These are by Diana Cooper. Very high vibe deck, which is why I'm using them, because I've got my Arcturian family coming in and I can feel them coming in, because it makes my third eye hurt a little bit with the energy that comes through. Doesn't matter if you're Arcturian or not, because the messages are always coming through for all of our highest goods. So if you're here, these messages are for you. So let's take some cards here to help me tune into the message that they want to share with us. Okay, they're already sending through a message. This card with the sun on, what they're saying is the sun is representative of us, and so we should be the center of our own universe. Everything that happens outside of us is just a projection of what's within us. And so if we're not happy with the reality, we shouldn't really be trying to change things in the outer world. The change has to start from within. And our reality will change to match that once we work on what's going on within us. And so, it's making my throat go funny. And so where something might prickle us this week, it's a sign for us that there is something that we need to heal within ourselves, and then our outer reality will change from there. If there is something that needs to be cut out, then it's the reason behind that we need to become aware of. And so there may be something within us which causes us to continue to accept situations which are not for our highest good. So that's where the change comes from within, when we think, actually, I don't deserve to experience this anymore, so I'm going to make a change. And so it comes from within. The reason for making the change or for cutting something out must come from within. So there's important learning when things happen in the outside world. There's important learning that can happen, does happen, should happen within us. Otherwise we keep manifesting the same situation again and again until we kind of get the inner lesson. Sometimes it can feel like those messages, those lessons, doesn't matter what we do, sometimes it can feel like we're really missing the point, and we can keep trying and trying, but don't give up, because these things happen in layers and we learn something new each time, or hopefully we do. If you really do feel like you're hitting a block, then there's something that maybe you need some help with healing. Okay, so I've taken 3 of these cards. I really like the way, I like the colours in them. So I like the way we've got the yellow and gold colours with the silver sandwiched in between. But even though that bluey colour sandwiched in between, we've got, I'm not doing very well with my mirror image today, we've still got that yellow with the key there, and I think that key is the significant point. So the first card is the white gold dragon from Lyra, and it connects you to the highest Christ light. The second one is a silver dragon, which illuminates your potential with higher light. And so there's that illumination coming through again. We had the sun and now we've got illumination. Our potential is illuminated, and that totally fits in with the weekly reading that's going to come out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And then the third one is the crystal yellow dragon, opens you to higher learning and wisdom. That's what this month is about. We are connected to that higher vibrational, Christed consciousness, light, whatever you want to call it, the universe. We are connected to that. And very often it's our own misunderstanding that we're not connected that can create issues for us when we don't trust it, we don't pay attention, and we don't follow what we need to follow. And so when we realize and when we trust that intuition, that energy from the universe, that helps us to unlock our potential. So I'm just going to hold this card up again because it's so cool with that that key there. We have the key in our hands is what the message is here. So when we look inside, we can find the key to whatever it is that we want to create. Sometimes what we need to be looking for is what's blocking us from creating it. What faulty beliefs do we have that are getting in the way? Sometimes even just the belief that we can't have it is what gets in the way. And so in order to manifest what it is that we want, we do need to believe, and we need to take action in accordance with that belief, that faith and that trust. And as we do that, it unlocks that higher learning and wisdom. So it's only, oh dear, it's only when we start to pay attention to it and tune in and believe it that we can access more of it. If we don't believe and trust what we get, we're not going to get given any more. If we get given intuitive impulses and we don't pay attention, we don't follow through, we don't listen, we're not going to get more, because it's like a step-by-step process. If you don't take the first step, you're never going to get the second, the third and the fourth. You have to trust and take the first step, and then the second step will become clear, then the third. And so it's only when we trust and take action in alignment with that that we get the information later down the line. And sometimes, you know, we might not get the confirmation that we need ever. We just have to trust, and that's the whole point. The point is that we have to trust. I'm just going to take one more card to finish off. So one more message, please. There we go. Oh, and it had to be a green one. I love it. Oops. Green gold dragon from Sirius. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. And so this is just reiterating that we all have the potential to access that information, that intuitive information. And it's our divine right to access that, and then we can use it to inform the action that we take. So you have all of that access at your fingertips. It's your choice whether you want to access it or not. And the way I see it is, it's just using what we have for our benefit. If we weren't supposed to have it, we wouldn't be able to access it. If we weren't supposed to benefit from it, we wouldn't be able to access it. And so our job is to access it, to trust it, and to take action on it, and just keep going in that direction. Because our intuition knows far more than our little pea brains can compute. And so we have to trust that. So I'm going to leave the love of my Arcturian family with that beautiful green dragon, and leave lots of love with you. I hope to see you in my community. I'd love to know how this message resonates with you as well for the next month or so. So thank you so much for listening. Until the next time, bye.